The world is entering a new kind of gold rush, but this time it's not gold, silver, or oil. It's something far more valuable in the 21st century, rare earth elements. And guess what? The Philippines, already rich in natural beauty, fisheries, and minerals, has just discovered something that could change its destiny forever. A rare earth jackpot has been revealed beneath its soil. If managed properly, this discovery could turn the Philippines into a global powerhouse, fueling everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to fighter jets and space exploration. Before we dive into the Philippines' discovery, let's understand what rare earth elements, or REs, really are. Rare earths are a group of 17 metallic elements that may sound obscure, with names like neodymium, dysprosium, and yttrium. Neodymium is used in magnets for electric cars and wind turbines. Lanthanum is used in camera lenses and hybrid batteries. Europium and terbium power the colors in your TV screen. Yttrium and erbium are critical in lasers, satellites, and medical devices. In short, without rare earths, the world cannot function in the digital age. They are essential for clean energy, modern warfare, and consumer electronics. That's why countries like the US, Japan, and South Korea desperately seek stable sources outside of China. And now the Philippines may be holding a golden key to that supply chain. So where exactly was this rare earth treasure found? Reports reveal that rare earth deposits exist in multiple provinces across the Philippines, particularly in Palawan, Mindoro, Zambales, and Surigao del Norte. Reports reveal that rare earth deposits exist in multiple provinces across the Philippines, particularly in Palawan, Mindoro, Zambales, and Surigao del Norte. Reports reveal that rare earth deposits exist in multiple provinces across the Philippines, particularly in Palawan, Mindoro, Zambales, and Surigao del Norte. Reports reveal that rare earth deposits exist in multiple provinces across the Philippines, particularly in Palawan, Mindoro, Zambales, and Surigao del Norte. Geologists had long suspected the Philippines held untapped mineral wealth. After all, it already ranks among the world's top producers of nickel, copper, and gold. But recent surveys confirmed something bigger: significant concentrations of rare earths hidden in its mountains and soils. One Philippine senator even described it as a potential game-changer for national development. Early estimates suggest the deposits could be worth tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars in global market value. Think about it, just 1 ton of rare earth concentrate can sell for over $100,000. If the Philippines manages even a fraction of this potential, it could fuel economic growth for generations. But here's the catch: it's not just about having rare earths, it's about who controls them. The global context is what makes this discovery explosive. Right now, China dominates rare earth production, supplying more than 70% of the world's demand. This gives Beijing massive leverage. For example, in 2010, China restricted rare earth exports to Japan during a territorial dispute, and it sent shockwaves through the tech and defense industries. The United States and its allies have been scrambling ever since to diversify supply. The Philippines, sitting in the heart of the Indo-Pacific and allied with the US, could be a perfect alternative. This means the rare earth discovery isn't just an economic story, it's a geopolitical bombshell. For the Philippines, it's a chance to lift millions out of poverty. For the US, it's a potential way to reduce dependence on China. Let's break down the numbers. The rare earth market is projected to hit over $20 billion annually by 2030, driven by electric vehicles, renewable energy, and advanced electronics. But the downstream industries like EVs, batteries, and defense are worth trillions. If the Philippines can successfully mine and refine its deposits, experts estimate it could earn billions of dollars annually in exports. Beyond the numbers, this could mean better infrastructure funded by mining revenues, more jobs for Filipinos in mining, processing, and technology, and a potential transformation of the Philippines from a raw material exporter to a high-tech player. There's a dark side to resource wealth. Economists call it the resource curse. Countries like Nigeria and Venezuela struck oil riches only to be plagued by corruption, mismanagement, and foreign exploitation. The Philippines has to be very careful here. With weak regulatory systems and a history of corruption scandals, there's a real risk that rare earth wealth could benefit a few elites while ordinary Filipinos see little change. Even worse, reckless mining could destroy ecosystems, forests, and indigenous lands. Rare earth extraction is notoriously messy, producing toxic waste that can poison rivers and soil if not managed properly. So the big question is, will the Philippines' rare earths become a blessing or a curse? This is where the story takes a dramatic turn. Now that the Philippines' rare earth jackpot is public, foreign powers and corporations are lining up. China will try to secure contracts, offering investment but demanding control. The United States and Japan will push for partnerships that align with their strategic interests. Even European companies are desperate for stable, rare earth sources. This sets the stage for a global tug-of-war over Philippine resources. Already there are whispers of lobbying, political pressure, and even possible disinformation campaigns to sway Philippine leaders. The Philippines could find itself caught in the middle of a resource-based Cold War. If handled wisely, this could give the Philippines leverage to negotiate the best deals. If handled poorly, it could lead to exploitation and dependence. Let's step back for a moment. What does all of this mean for ordinary Filipinos? For decades, millions of Filipinos have gone abroad as overseas workers, seeking jobs in the Middle East, the US, and Europe. The promise of resource wealth is that maybe, just maybe, future generations won't have to leave their homeland to find opportunity. Imagine, high-tech factories in Manila processing rare earths into EV batteries, thousands of jobs in mining towns, billions in government revenue funding schools, hospitals, and clean energy. We can't ignore the human and environmental costs. Rare earth mining often takes place in remote areas, many of which are home to indigenous peoples who rely on the land for survival. Mining could bring displacement, cultural loss, and conflict. Environmental groups warn that without strict safeguards, the Philippines could repeat the mistakes of other countries where rivers turned toxic and farmland was destroyed. So the Philippines faces a tough balancing act: economic growth versus environmental protection. Will it protect its natural heritage while tapping into this wealth, or sacrifice forests and communities for short-term gain? So where does this all lead? The Philippines stands at a crossroads. With careful planning, strong governance, and strategic partnerships, it could become a rare earth hub for the 21st century. Some experts even suggest the Philippines should not just export raw materials, but build local processing plants and invest in high-tech industries. Imagine the Philippines not just mining rare earths, but manufacturing electric car batteries, advanced electronics, and even defense technologies. If this vision becomes reality, the Philippines could rise as a regional economic powerhouse in just a generation. But if corruption, mismanagement, and foreign exploitation take over, this jackpot could slip away, leaving behind polluted land and broken promises. So here's the bottom line: the Philippines has discovered a rare earth jackpot that could reshape its economy, its place in the world, and the future of its people. But this discovery is not just about wealth, it's about choices. Choices that will determine whether rare earths become a blessing or a curse. What do you think? Should the Philippines tightly control its rare earth resources, or open the door to foreign investors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take.